We leave the wooded fairways of Brewster Ridge for a different style of golf found at Smuggler's Notch Resort. Welcome to Fox Run Meadows on this beautiful autumn afternoon. This is round 2 of the Discraft Green Mountain Championship at Smuggler's Notch. Long look for Chris Dickerson near the back of circle 2.
Oh, nice.
And he gets it to drop. Buhr tees off on hole 2, just 250 feet.
Get there. See here, Ganon downhill birdie look.
Casey White had a big drive.
Yeah, I mean, at least 60 feet, if not more, ahead of where Eagle McMahon just threw from. What an angle.
And he doesn't need driver. He can come in with the slow disc. He can go ahead and get himself a bullseye birdie.
At Smuggler's Notch at the GMC, he's a breath of fresh air. I love that guy.
Just throw a huge, why not just a huge hyzer? That is a powerful shot. I don't think you're going to see that same line from very many people.
I mean, even 7 in a row by Jakub Sumerad. He started with 7 for 7 before parring on 8.
See if Buhr can get the 6 for 6, and that certainly looks like the right setup for it.
Hole 6 is actually the easiest hole of the year, statistically, I believe. It's only 265. It is blind, but it's a hole that I think it connects the course together.
You know, we were watching the picture-in-picture of this hole being played by the previous group, and Lori Lettinen threw the low hyzer.
Buhr to go 6 for 6.
You could see it slicing back to the right. And he's going to be short.
Grenade pays off. McMahon, the birdie.
So you're pretty confident you're not going to lose any shots to the lead, right? And you might gain one, possibly. But then all that work has to happen tomorrow again. You got to go low tomorrow if you want to try to have a chance come Sunday.
You don't want to come in there and hit those with speed.
Yeah, and kind of that even off chance that you skip off the top of one.
Sure.
Right? And go towards the OB.
Chris Dickerson picks up another birdie on the 7th.
Oh, okay. So we did catch the putt of Presnell here on 18. Spoiler alert, he makes it.
Wow.
Just barely.
And 1 par on the day.
That is an amazing round. Look, I will happily take a triple bogey if I can have the high that comes after it. 10 straight birdies on the Pro Tour. That does not happen very often.
I've also never shot 11 under with an 8 on the card.
Barsby is looking to go 7 for 7, though, on his start.
Come on, we need a hammer right here from Gregg Barsby, and we get one.
And what I'm noticing, I mean, not all makes are created equal. And we've seen a couple edge of circles from him, 5 in this one, and you couldn't change a thing. You couldn't, it's smooth out of the hand. It's got the perfect drop. It's hitting in the exact center of the sweet spot.
is exactly what he needed.
I guess he figured it out.
Alden Harris, the ace on hole number 6. Jump start this round. He's got to get it going, and this is the place to do it. Take
my
another
gosh.
look from our Flight Factory drone.
So pure.
I don't think I've ever seen an ace on this hole, despite it so many people coming close. That is awesome.
All right, there we go. There's the bonus birdie on top of the easiest hole, and he gets a hole in one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We've got Gregg Barsby now on the tee of 8. We'll see what he does with his perfect round intact.
This is going for it.
Certainly is. Is it too tight? No.
That's sick. Yeah, I think he laid up that final shot on 18.
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe
That's about
that.
it.
That's the one time, right? It was allowed.
Oh, my goodness.
Just too easy
It's
for
supposed to
Ganon.
be hard to make downhill 43 footers.
60-footers.
It's supposed to be
That's
like
longer than 43.
it's supposed to make you think for a sec, oh, will it go in? Maybe. I don't know. It's not supposed to just come out of your hand like you're in a video game and you already know it's in before it even
Right.
gets halfway there.
McBeth made the top 10. He's now 10 down for today's round.
Ganon's going to stick it just right of the pin.
Really? 10 always seemed easier to me as I played the course, just because of the way the slope is by the basket. There's really no chance of doing anything but that, just
Sure.
kind of sticking it.
Sure. These top power players sometimes end up making this hole look a little silly if they can really get on top of about 500 feet of low ceiling power like this.
That needs a little. Okay, he's good.
And now it's like, for him, it's almost a putt.
Like a jump throw kind of.
From there, yeah. Everything going to plan. Putt just stays up on him. Does that have enough energy? Of course it does. That looked like nothing out of his hand.
That's rough.
It can just turn in an instant sometimes. His putt looked so good. I feel for Barsby in this moment. You know, you just think this is going to be a special day, and then 5 minutes later, you look down and it's all kind of slipped away from him.
Yeah, now you're just in the middle of the pack. This guy's not, though.
He does make 1,000 look pretty easy in 2 shots, as do almost everyone we've seen in the last hour.
McBeth sitting on 12 birdies.
Paul has made a lot of mistakes on the final hole this season. I was talking to him when we were playing at the Beaver State, and he's like, dude, just 18. I've made so many mistakes. It's a pretty good shot. He's going to have to make a putt.
Evan Smith also inside the circle. He's trying to get to 14 under with a bogey. McBeth trying to get to 13 under, bogey free. And he's done it.
That's the color of scorecard we're used to seeing over the past decade and a half from Paul McBeth. I'm sure he's going to be feeling pretty good about that round. Closed on 6 birdies in a row.
And Eagle doing his best Ganon Buhr in that case. Almost the same exact spot. Evan Smith.
Awesome.
14 under.
With a bogey. Come on.
And hole 8, I mean, I'm not holding it against anybody
No.
for missing hole 8. It's kind of the one hole on the course that I feel that way about.
Yeah. To where, Smith could easily be on lead card. McBeth might be on chase. McBeth and Buckets. Buckets did bogey over there, by the way, on 18.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I've always said the first step to getting 2 aces in a round is getting the first ace, right? So Alden, he's halfway there.
That is so wise.
Thank you.
So wise.
as Casey White sticks one in the bullseye. Isaac, eagle look from 50. Yes!
And he needed that so bad. Look, he ended up taking a 7.
Oh,
Back there on
wow.
11. He was OB
Wow.
off the tee, probably another OB.
Yeah,
And then
that
a
is.
missed putt. But what a great eagle. We got to give him that props on that.
Is that a little too light? He's going to find an alley and he'll have a putt at it, but that needed a little more power. Awkward stance for Buhr.
Really?
Not that it matters.
Is it possible to beat this dude?
I have not seen this type of dominance since Ricky at his peak. And then before that, Paul at his peak. It's even mind-blowing to him. McMahon is sitting on 3 birdies in a row. 6 down to 10.
Chris Dickerson finds the bottom of the basket. He'll get to 6 under with that birdie.
So we know Ganon is the ultimate kind of he's always watching his game, checking the videos, kind of making adjustments. He's always the harshest on himself.
I wish I was a 500-500 guy with the blind turnover around the corner.
That's why.
Chris with back-to-back jumpers. Once that populates on 14, he's got back-to-back birdies on the 13th and 14th, almost the exact same distance of those 2 putts. Never a doubt. Worlds was 5 rounds, but 4-round events. You said it yesterday, Sexton. The more time you give him, the better chances he has to come out on top. Those are just some averages.
That's what being number 1 in the world
Here
means.
it is. Oh, just thinking that could skip in and again make up for the par.
It's just about, to me, sometimes you play a great round and you're like, what a tree kick, he's still going to birdie. There's been none of that.
No, it's all
This is
been
just
perfect.
center of the fairway, perfect angle, slow skip, tap in, over and over and over. It's blowing my mind.
Albatross, do it, please, somehow.
Calling for it. This is going to finish left of the pin, and he is deep on the 1,000-foot hole, deep after 2 throws with an eagle putt.
To the right, so you're kind of running on a side hill slope, kind of throwing slightly back uphill.
Nice putt.
Go, Andy. Right.
Come on, range for Andrew Marweed.
Put it in there.
This is pulled right. Oh, just narrowly missing all of the trees.
Oh, and
then
a little
it checks
stop,
up.
a little stop as well. That's so good.
A moment ago, Aaron Gossage retrieving his ace from hole
Wow.
17. That's Aaron Gossage. That gets him to 12 under. He opened with a bogey and now takes the ace on 17. We got to calm things down for just a minute. We'll be back with more action.
So you got to be a little careful.
He says it's terrible,
Played it safe.
and he's still going to have a putt from circle's edge.
Little bit of a headwind. He's going to have to really watch the height on this one. Oh, man. Of course.
And we go back to the tee. This is Evan Scott. Won't be much left for Evan.
And what Dickerson just did, it happens to a lot of people here on 18.
Much more angle. Going to use the overstability, hopefully, to get down quickly.
Does it spike and sit? It's going to roll, but then sit down and inbounds for Ganon Buhr. Opportunity to birdie the 18th and get to 16 under.
Evan Scott, we just saw throw it. Evan Smith with the 14 under today.
Good
Bank shot.
This looks great. Nice little check skip forward, and it's going to be about the same distance on this putt as he was back on 17.
Stepping up for what could be the 16 under. On the pole, Ganon Buhr, 16 under, round number 2 here at the Green Mountain Championship.
One of the better rounds I've ever seen. I mean, the guy missed 2 putts in the circle, I think. Maybe the one on for the Eagle was barely outside.
Well, it must
No,
be
no,
because
it's
C1X is
2C1X.
82%.
I think the command he showed us about of his discs and his game plan, some of the highest level disc golf I've ever seen. Because there just wasn't anything fluky or weird that happened other than a couple missed putts.
I really expected McMahon to kind of ride that momentum, and what a great putt by Casey White. Really, really nice. I expected Eagle to ride the momentum of that Eagle back on 12. And unfortunately, he's just kind of now gone backwards.
Does Casey like it? He should. Right there, just shy of the bullseye.
Just 3 feet shorter, I think, and he'd be fine.
Does McMahon have the right speed? Yes, just outside of bullseye.
Couple guys
That's
have had
pressure.
an opportunity to
Yeah.
hit that lead card
Right.
and have not come through.
Exactly. Coryell is just the same. McMahon makes his putt.
So McMahon will get to 19 under along with McBeth, along with Joey Buckets, along with Corey Ellis, and with Alden Harris.
Great round by Ganon, obviously, but a lot of really good rounds by a lot of other really good players. Paul McBeth has made his way to the lead card. Joey Buckets, who made a mistake late, he's still on the lead card. But can anybody, chase down Ganon? And the one thing is, and Brewster has always been this because it's the penultimate round, it's that point where somebody really starts to make that move towards the championship. Can any one of these guys make Ganon sweat a little bit?
Did you enjoy that video? Why not click on one more? Better yet, why don't you subscribe to the Disc Golf Pro Tour and catch more Disc Golf Pro Tour content on YouTube?